Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood and Superman Guy here once again, and this time we do in fact have another match from round 1 of the Napoleon Total War subscriber tournament. And Zuper, who is it this time?
This time we have Space Pirate Captain Saber. Yeah?
Saber, yeah.
Okay. Against the host here, who is, I've actually forgotten the name. What was it?
Oh, he is the host, I believe.
Oh,
And,
okay.
or he's who sent the replay at least.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's sending me replays, whoever, it's just the replay I loaded. That's the side we're looking from. This happens to be Space Captain Pirate Saber, and Forgotten History.
Forgotten History, that's right.
Yeah, is playing as Prussia over in the red deployment back here.
You'll see him over the hill in a moment here.
Yep. But anyways, they decided to fight on the Prussian Hills map, and I find this interesting because I offered, a few different maps for the contestants to play on in this tournament, and so far we've seen two on Syrian Ridge and one on Prussian Hills, which is like Syrian Ridge on steroids.
Yeah. In terms of actual geography, it is pretty similar to Syrian Ridge, at least as well as in the way it should be played, but there's a couple really notable differences that we'll probably go over. Well, we'll go over it at some point.
Yeah. Anyways, just like the first match you guys saw between Elite Units of America and who was his opponent?
Oh God,
I don't remember. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Oh well.
I feel terrible.
Yeah, his opponent who fought honorably and fell in battle, and we will see Elite Units later. Um, But yeah, this battle starts fast like that one. That was the point of that whole spiel there. Anyway, so I'm going to go over the French cavalry really quickly. He has 3 lancers up front and 2 of the mounted rifle units, the chasseurs à cheval in the back. And then over to the Prussian cav.
The Prussian, they're leading the hill charge with 3 units of lancers. That includes a Brandenburg Uhlans, another unit of straight lancers, and another unit of elite lancers that I'm not going to try to pronounce, and 3 units of hussars behind them following.
Yep, and the Brandenburg Uhlans going to get to the top of the hill first. How I don't even know. Yeah, Tawarkzes.
Toward
Zebla.
yeah,
Anyways, French
nailed it.
cavalry coming up quick, and he's gonna decide. Yeah, Prussia has secured this hill. I'm gonna pull my cavalry back a little bit. You can see from hitting spacebar here where he's putting his troops and trying to line up. These hussars are gonna charge right down the hill and get into these lancers a little bit, which is bad for the lancers in that they don't get a charge. That's what they thrive off of.
And Robin Hood, what do you think of this decision to back off the hill?
Considering he had lancers, it probably would have been better for him to charge up and keep the fight, on top of that hill.
Just go ahead and
But
commit to it.
yeah, but at the same time, he does have the support of his infantry down here, and so you can see he actually is winning. So it's paying off because that infantry is shooting up the Prussian cavalry, and it really has no support there. So at this point, I'd actually advise Prussia to at least not keep pushing over the hill. But anyways, quickly here, I'm going to go through the French army, which is very spread out. Key thing to note early on, Prussia decided to deploy on this side, very condensed, and France spread out along this entire map. So starting from their right, there's a Polish Legion. He has 4 of those total. 2 Old Guard there, 3 Old Guard in a row. Already went over the cavalry. I said the 4 Polish Legion. He has 3 Voltigeur units for skirmishing, and then 2 Swiss foot over on this flank, and then a normal general staff. So that's that whole army there.
And on the opposite side of the field, the Prussians, they have 3 units of foot guard moving over the top of the hill. And those will be dangerous through the match. And farther down through the woods, they've got, let's see, having some issues.
A lot of mixed stuff.
Yeah, things are really thrown together, and it's kind of difficult to differentiate because they're all mixed in the trees here. But there's a handful of Jaegers, there's some Prussian Fusiliers, There's 3 or 4 units of musketeers.
And then I believe another standard general staff, which is still in the back.
Yeah, confirmed 4 units of musketeers.
Okay. And then, so, pretty quickly here, these foot guards made a push on this hill, and they're still pushing forward. The French decided to pull back those Swiss foot and the Voltigeurs, and those foot guards are going to keep going for them. But at this point, these musketeers are still pushing up the hill here, and there's still some French cavalry charging in around them, and the very spread out French units are starting to come in and wrap around on these guys.
And that is one of the disadvantages to deploying so bunched together like the Prussians did.
Yeah, there's some Lancers causing havoc back here. You can see these units routing with decent bits of men left, and this unit here is about to go soon. Morale is just a major issue for this left flank of Prussia at the moment. They're not really in a good position. You can see he's trying to get set up, but everything's in disorder at the moment.
Yeah, the French Old Guard is really pushing in hard.
Yeah, it definitely does not help that that is an Old Guard unit pushing in there. And look, now these guys are going to line up and fire a volley here. And there we go. Unit routing with 103 men. Only 17 losses on that unit, and they are out of there just because of the stacking morale penalties.
That said, despite the left flank not going so hot, the Prussian right is going surprisingly well. Their foot guard are moving forward very effectively.
Yeah, he's definitely forcing France to fall back, but at the same time, if he keeps moving forward, he's going to get some surrounding fire there.
Even this far, I would call it an overextension.
Yeah, no, it's at that point it is, and he recognizes that he's pulling back his foot guards there. Sadly, they are going to take a very hefty volley there. They're not running back up the hill, which is a common micro mistake in Napoleon, especially if you've been playing the newer Total War games where right-clicking and dragging makes your troops automatically run. So, wow, that foot guard unit has lost a lot of troops going back up that hill, and that could have been negated a little bit by making them run. But
Yeah,
we'll see how they do.
that was devastating, but their foot guard, they're still dangerous.
Yeah. There's a Chasseur Cheval unit pushing in. It just routed another Jaeger unit. It's getting fired on by some musketeers who came back from routing. And at this point, Prussia is having some units return from routing all around, because these guys did rout due to those morale penalties with a lot of troops left, so it makes sense that they're not quite off the field.
And also noteworthy for the Prussian side is the general staff is actually moving in to aid the foot guard on top of the hill after a Chasseur Cheval charge in the back.
Yep. And these foot guards are now shooting it out again with the Swiss foot and a Polish legion, and similarly these foot guards are instilling a morale penalty in the French forces in front of them. They are depleted numbers-wise, though, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle this gunfight.
And once again, the Prussian general staff really going in, just kind of losing their mind all over this Polish legion here.
Yeah, he's trying to buy some time with that, I would say. You can see this musketeer trying to make it up the hill, and that charge disrupted that Polish legion. And it looks like this musketeer is actually going to benefit from this and go ahead and get the first volley.
Oh wow, that was very clever maneuvering from the Prussian general.
Yeah, although at this point now his general's in danger, and charging it into Old Guard is probably not the best thing he could be doing.
Yeah, not recommended.
Though
Don't try this at home.
At this point, he has been losing a lot of units. He lost a lot of units very quickly, so.
And at this
point,
point, he is completely surrounded.
Yeah, he has made his little cubby up here, I guess.
Yeah.
Surrounded. Musketeers, one of them left, a Prussian Fusilier, And his general's down there, still fighting. And then, of course, these two foot guard units. The French are all around. Although the foot guards for a moment have managed to fight off the opposing French in front of them. And that's just because guard units there.
Although at this point it does seem that things are swinging in France's favor. So let's talk about the map here.
Yeah, so this map, this is one of those maps where in Syrian Ridge it's not as important to get on the hill. In this map, you kind of do need to get on the hill. If you let your opponent push you from the hill, they are going to have an advantage right off the bat. And both these players approach this very differently. The one tried to, Prussia here tried to do a condensed formation and move in, which I actually agree with that maneuver. The French got the better of this being spread out. They managed to surround. And at this point, it looks like France is going to take this one home. But I think the main mistake for Prussia came in. You can see they made a decent comeback. At this point, it's definitely turning against them. But, you know, they did a good job here with the few units they had remaining. And I think had he kept his units more together, rather than pushing up where I'm showing on my screen now and getting hit on the flank, maybe had he pushed everything through this gap, he could have built a defensive line behind him, so when those French troops came around, he could have stopped them there. And even though technically the army would be surrounded, there would be no open flanks, and he'd be free to keep pushing with those foot guard against the weaker units over here, and then maybe in turn get some flanking. I think that might have given Prussia a better chance there, because they definitely had some good units.
All in all, I think it was a good match. Better than it seemed once the French flank started to wrap around.
Yeah, Forgotten History and his Prussian forces definitely made a little bit of a fighting comeback there. And you can see only got 534 kills. They sadly got caught on the downhill there, and maybe keeping the cavalry back a little bit more at the beginning would have been helpful. I'm not sure. Obviously, any of these types of games can go either way. But very good game to both Space Pirate Captain Saber and Forgotten History. And as with the other players, Space Pirate, we will see you in the next round.
Congratulations on your win.
Yep, in Forgotten History. Thank you for participating. Hopefully we will get to see you again in another tournament in the future there. Last thing I'm going to look at is the stats for Space Pirates units, and it looks like his old guard did the best with 147 kills, and then his one Lancer unit with 126. I'd assume that's the Lancer that got into the back of the foot guards.
Likely so.
Because they'd done a decent bit of killing before that. Anyways, I think that's it for this one. Any other comments on that battle, Zuber?
Not at this juncture.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. We've still got several more replays in the first round here for you guys to go, and then you will get to see Space Captain or Space Pirate Captain Saber. You've got a long name there, sir, but no problem with that. Anyways, you get to see him and the other people who have won again go head to head, that is, in the next round. So that's going to be it for us today. Thank you guys for watching.
Have a good one.